Hi guys, it's Mike here from KO's Bushcraft Down Under. Today I thought I'd do a review on the Pioneer X Alox 93mm. That's this little chap here. So it's a new variant on the original Soldier and the Pioneer. It's basically the same knife with the addition of a set of scissors. Now I find the Victorinox scissors to be really handy out bush because they're fabulous for open and freeze dried meals, cutting fix them all for the blisters that you invariably get, and a million and one other small tasks. And they've certainly been missing in this range of knives. Now today I'm going to compare it to an old favourite of mine, Victorinox Climber. Now it has a similar set of features, excepting that instead of the ream, which I really love on the Alox, it has a small pin blade, and it has some tools on the back. Now I've never found the corkscrew to be that useful. The baggage hook also not particularly useful. The ream, which is good for putting holes in your belt if you've been out in the bush too long and getting a bit thin. But I bought this one in 1995, and it's been with me all over the world. It's a great little knife, but I think it's been superseded now by the Pioneer X. Okay, so the Climber is a 91mm knife. Now the website says it weighs in at 82 grams. Now this one of mine purchased in 1995 weighs in at 85, and the Pioneer weighs in at 94.5, which is the exact weight I've got on my postage scales at home. So we'll compare the two blades side by side. Now, as you guys can see, the blade on the Pioneer X is 2mm longer, but it's also 2mm deeper and a fraction thicker. Okay. So as I measured it at its broadest point, the Pioneer X is 13.7 and the Climber is 12. So it makes a fair difference when it comes to spreading peanut butter on toast, and that extra bit of length is great. Most of the tools are pretty much the same on these two models on the front. For some reason, on only sort of Victorinox, the nail nick I noticed on the Pioneer X is on the different side. Not quite sure what that's about. Anyway, for those of you that have never taken one of these pen knives apart, they're basically a sandwich arrangement of an aluminium side plate, a cover over the top, and various spaces between whatever tool set the knife carries. Okay, so on the Climber, it has two sizes of pins, and they are secured by crimping a very small collar in place, and that collar sits on that side of the plates. It's obviously just stamped with a press. Now these collars also provide the anchor for the side plates, just like that. You guys can see that there. Anyway, pocket knives in general, their weak point is the pivot pins. So these pivots are the guys that are taking all the loads when you're loading them up, especially if you're working them really hard. That's why guys like Strider and that have gone to an oversized pivot to make them much stronger. So the Alox version doesn't have those as outer spaces. It has a solid piece of aluminium, so it's inherently much stronger. Also, the pins appear to be made of a different material. Now the pivot pin on the climber is 2.5 millimeters, and on the Alox it's 3. So it is substantially stronger, as is the smaller pins which are securing the spring plate. They are 2.5 millimeters on the Pioneer and 2 millimeter on the climber. So it's making it for a much more robust package. I think this is a great piece of kit. I'm really impressed with it. Now, I have modified soldiers in the past to take the scissors. It's not as simple as a lot of people think. You require the set of scissors out of an older Victorinox. Now, it is possible to modify ones from a climber, but you must find a climber with a baggage hook back spring, because the plates, and that is the pin plate, doesn't line up, but it sort of comes close to the smaller one, which is the pivot for the baggage hook. The problem is it looks really ugly and it doesn't line up well with the back of the knife. So virtually, this coming into production now, you can forget all that stuff. So as far as I'm concerned, this is a fantastic piece of kit. Now, pocket friendliness is a point I should mention. If you have ones with a corkscrew, I've never needed a corkscrew in a survival situation yet, it makes this 18 millimeters thick, and this one is 14.5 millimeters thick. So it's much more pocket friendly. Now, the only thing you are going to lose, if it's important to you, is the toothpick tools, the tweezers, which I must admit I've never found them particularly useful. And the only tool which this one doesn't have, I do find quite handy, is the pen. Anyway, I think that's going into history. Anyway, I hope you found that informative, and as always, thanks for watching. Bye for now.